Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my sunflowers. How are you again? I'm back on this Sunday evening, this time with my favorite co-host and my co-host nemesis who comes up against me in this conversation. However, I hope that it is a very good discussion. Baby Crone, I want you to be true to your feelings and I want you to say how you feel, okay? And the rules of this engagement is to say how we feel, okay? Now, this is the first time Baby and Crone and I have ever had a discussion of this magnitude where we're both on different sides. And I want to deal with that. So let me get with it. So, Baby Crones, munchkins, and sunflowers, I know that you may be against me and the way that I think about this Tyler clip potion. So let us play this clip.
Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men. Right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you've handled the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in because that means, no, I need somebody they need to make 5 times more and I got to have, well, go on, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you. Hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people whose men can't touch what they make. But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
This is what we'll be talking about.
Okay.
Now, Baby Crone feels like, no, I'll tell you what, Baby Crone is grown to speak for herself. This is what I feel. I understand what Tyler Perry is saying. What Tyler Perry is saying is, if you're lonely, if you want a man, if this is what you want, sometimes you're going to have to step back on the things that you desire. He didn't have to say if he paid a gas bill or the electric bill and take you to dinner every now and again. I think that was stretching it a little too much. I don't think that was fair. I get his sentiment, but I don't think he should have downgraded. I think and I agree with this. And like I said, Baby Crone is an opposite of this. This is how I feel. If you really don't want to be lonely and you want to mate, and let's say you like myself, you have a house, you have a car, you okay, you managing, another income could do you real great, but you're making it. But you meet someone, and now you meet someone, and he's down on his luck, or he's old and he's retired, or he's on a pension, or he had children and he has to pay child support, or he has student loans, whatever. He's not making much. For whatever the reason is, I think what he's saying is, if he's a good man, that's one thing. If he's a good man, if he's a loyal and honest being, if he's doing the best he can, would you settle even if all he can do is just give you $250 a month? Don't. That's it. with my car note, and with his car note, child support, his car note, child support, having to get back and forth to work, gas, and all he has really to give you is $250 a month. And for me, that won't even pay my gas, my electric bill, right?
Right.
I don't have gas. I have electric. So everything in my house runs by electric. So you understand what I'm saying? So if my electric bill in the winter is $700 and he's giving me $250, how's that gonna help me? See, go ahead, baby. Come, go ahead. Because for me, my bill is gonna get paid whether he's there or not. He is gonna get paid. I don't need him to pay my bills. It's just like having a child. Only thing his things may want a little bit more. But if he can't do anything, but let's say he need a pair of shoes. Or he needs some pants to go to work or whatever. That's my opinion. I get chewed up about this all the time, believe me. But go ahead, baby Crone. And it's not that I am desperate for a man. It's just that you love who you love. And if they on hard luck and you really like them and they making you feel good and they good to you, that's just where maybe they got fired or they lost their job and they having a hard time getting reestablished. Any old thing. I'm just saying. Go ahead, baby Crone.
I mean, it's different if we started off with the relationship and you weren't like that, then. But if I
this is somebody you met.
No. Sorry, I'm gonna have to take a pass on you, my brother. Because I don't want to say it's like high standards, but like at the same time.
It is a high standard, and say it. It's okay.
Okay, it's a high standard because in my personal opinion, I feel like anything in a relationship should be 50-50. It should be even. Like we should both be contributing about the same amount. No, about the same amount. And on top of that, still have enough to give each other some luxuries. If we should want to go out, buy each other gifts.
Okay.
There's more to a relationship than sharing your assets. You got to have the hanging out, the going out. And sure, people are just like, you're hanging out all the time when you're around each other, but it's something different to go out and eat or go out to the movies. Mm-hmm.
He can do
or
that,
even
but
do
once
like a
in
vacation.
a while.
Once in a while.
Maybe he could take you to lunch, or maybe he could take you to dinner.
Once in a while, like every 2 months?
Like once or twice a week, once or twice a month. Twice a month he could take you on a date.
No. I think a date every week so that way we don't get bored. At least personally, I won't get bored.
So on those days, okay, don't let me say, because I would say, why can't you take the every other week? And you saying, and pay all the bills too.
Yes.
Okay, my thing is, you would be paying those bills if you was there all by yourself. You would be paying those bills if you was there and you had 3 little kids or you had 3 teenagers. You would have to pay them bills. So for me, the male there, it's what he's bringing to the table. It's more than his paycheck. He could be giving me all the money in the world, but he ain't loving me. I'm not going to sell. This is me. And anybody who knows me will say this is word. I will take a man that don't even have a job. It's about his goals, his aspirations. What does he want? Maybe he doesn't have a job because he lost his job. And we were out and we was at a cookout and he wasn't looking for anyone and I really wasn't. And we met and he told me his story, but I liked him. He told me what he used to do, and I liked him, he said he got a little bit of money. He's dealing with not social security. What is it? I never had it before. What's that what you get? Unemployment. He's getting his unemployment checks, He said he'd been on them for about the last 4 or 5 months, and he's looking so far. I like this dude. He still got to pay his bills. He just fell on some hard times. So he a good guy. He makes me laugh. He makes me feel good about me. He giving me time. So don't give him a chance. We've been dating now for about a year, and he just struggled with having a job because the work he used to do, they don't need that anymore. Whatever the circumstances. But this is my story.
Yeah, in my opinion, I feel like
You don't care. I got a sad story. That's what you're saying. Okay.
You gotta find a way to be creative and work around it,
He
Maybe
is.
you do have some other skills you could use that, hey,
What if
try to start your own business.
What if
maybe.
he's 55 years old? What is he 55? What if he's 55? What if he's 56 years old? And can't get a job because maybe they may think he's too old for the money that he used to make. I don't know.
I mean, at that age, I'll take a person at a gas station as long as you at least working. And can contribute,
Yeah. I agree. And what I'm saying is, sometimes even they won't even hire you to work at a gas station because they feel as though that pay is so low for you that it's an insult to them.
Fair enough. And also, I feel like on top of being able to afford to have a partner, well, in this case, in order to accommodate a female if you're a man, I feel like you also should be able to pay some bills and still,
He's giving you 250.
yes, but still have money and not breaking your neck to try to take me out because you're just scrounging.
I don't
around to
understand
please
this.
me.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't understand, but this is how I feel. If I don't need you like that, you need me right now. I mean, the male needs me right now. I don't understand. I think this is my own personal opinion. Please give me your comments. This is my own personal opinion. And I'm a woman. So you can't be so hard on me. You understand? This is how I feel. And I know a lot of people will disagree with me, I know if Tisha tells me like hell to the no, to the no. I understand that. But I have a different perspective. I see things differently. I see things from a spiritual perspective. I see things like, what is it that you want? Do you want to grow old alone? Because, baby Crone, I don't know. See if you can find it. Is there anywhere that it says in the latter day, or just say there'll be 7 women to 1 man? Bible.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
I know, but I want to know if it's Bible, because I thought that I read somewhere in the Bible many, many moons ago that, okay, it wasn't that many, but moons, that it would say in the latter day that there would be 7 women to 1 man, saying, I'll do anything or be anything to just have you have your name, or something to that effect. Is it there?
Still trying to find it.
So for me, I understand that.
Here we go, I found it.
Read it.
Okay, it's from Isaiah 4:1. And 7 women shall take hold of 1 man in that day,
Latter day.
saying, we will eat our bread and wear our own clothes. I was just thinking about this the other day because I was just thinking.
Finish it, sweetheart. Start it over. Read it now. I know. I told you it's going to get you all worked up.
Okay. In that day, 7 women will take hold of 1 man and say, we will eat our food and provide our clothes. Only let us be called by your name. Take away our disgrace.
Right.
Now,
Go ahead.
I feel like that's so unfair because I was wondering if this was in the Bible, because I'm like, how dare the Bible say that we have to, us women have to share a man? Like, is it like a scarcity of men out there? Like,
Yes.
Like,
Yes. There's a very scarcity
y'all need
of
to-
black men.
And
They in
say,
jail.
y'all need to
they
stop
in-
being gay too, so we can.
No,
have y'all
that's
too.
not fair. But that's your opinion.
That's my opinion.
So you got, let's say a third of the population is gay. A third of the population is in jail. A third of the population is either too old for you or too young for you. And the other rest of the population and the other third, that's all you got.
Yeah.
And then you got all these women for one man. The question is, do you want to be lonely? What's more important to you? Do you want to die lonely? You're 45. You're 55. This is my own opinion. You don't have to be angry or offended. I'm just giving you another way to look at what he's trying to say. Because at the end of the day, loneliness don't have nothing to do with money.
That's true.
Loneliness is a sickness. You don't feel it when you're in your 30s and your 40s, but when you get in your 50s and your late 40s, you start feeling it because you start losing your youth. Your skin begin to sag. And you're not going to be able to pull what you used to pull anymore. So what are you going to do? You're just going to say, okay, I'm just going to go without and I'll just deal with the loneliness? Your children are grown. They're going to leave. Who are you going to be with? These are the things that you have to think about as you're aging. What is it that you want? Yeah, you 45 now. You lonely. But he doesn't make what you make. You make more than him. You college educated. Or you work at Social Security. You're making $75,000 a year, 80, 90. But he only making like 43. And that ain't even taken when they take out the taxes and health insurance, because you want him to have that. And then he got bills. Maybe he been married. Maybe he have a child. I don't understand. It's what you want. And if he's a good man, and I think that's what Tyler was saying, good, you don't hear that. Good man. But that's all he got. Good. And he ain't even want much from you. But he's loving you. And I know that you're saying you're making it sound sweet, because to do it, it has to be sweet like that.
Fair.
It has to be sweet.
But I
get you.
Personally, in my opinion.
You
Yes, if
still
think
just,
about-
see,
yes,
but
I
you,
still
I'm
do.
breaking you. I'm breaking
Yes,
you
a little bit, but I still feel like...
I get it, but
I'm
you
like-
feel
I'm like,
feel
if I
what
can
I'm saying.
find the compromise, I'm like, fine, it's just me.
He doesn't have it. He will give you his whole check.
What's the point in having a partner if we can't
Because
enjoy
we get lonely and we're social creatures.
Well, you know, I could
Go
take
ahead.
my own self out to the movies and
That's
pay.
the point. So why are you... I'm getting loud. Bring
So
it down,
I'm just
sis.
like, you should be able to treat me to the movies.
He doesn't have it. Then don't be alone.
Okay.
He does. You can't get blood from a rock unless they bash you with it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it. He loves you. He adores you. He would do anything for you. Those are the grounds. For some reason, I think women are not looking at the ground that he's putting this on. All you see is, he ain't got the money, I ain't got the time. If I got to work and pay, you don't look at, it ain't even about him home cooking. He could be out there working. He just don't have it like that. You do. And if he had it like that, then yeah, maybe you all together can put your money together and you're making probably $125,000 to $150,000. But not everybody's making it like that. Baby Crone.
Yes.
Well, you got to understand, baby Crone. Let's just be 100.
Okay.
You're training so you could be a rich woman.
Yes.
Okay, this is why you serving all your time.
Yes.
You're going to be a doctor or something to that effect. That's your goal.
Yes.
Right? So I understand, but you won't be in these levels playing around. You'll be in college. You'll be in a level where you ain't got to deal on this level.
Yes, that's true. But if I'm out in the working field, maybe, well, sure, I will meet somebody.
And maybe you will meet somebody that can match you, touch you financially. You don't even need their money.
Yeah.
But what if you met somebody that was working at Dunkin' Donuts? Can't afford it.
Yeah, because I was thinking, what could he offer me?
He can offer you love. He can offer you $250, maybe $3, just to say I love you.
But I'm not sure if this is also an old school of thinking, but I feel like in a relationship...
Well, it can be an old school because I'm old and I don't feel that way.
I feel like in a relationship, also to that effect, that I feel like a man should be able, not like the sole provider, but be able to provide in a relationship.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's the old way. You're right. In that way, that's how we are thinking. We evolving. We women, we say we want to be equals. So this is a part of being equal. And sometimes we looking for the man to do what the old man used to do. We don't live in those times no more. Those times are gone. And it's just about, do you want to be lonely? Maybe you are a very attractive woman and maybe you can talk trash and say, but not everybody is pretty. Not everybody is slim and nice. Not everybody is nice skin or fair skin. Not everybody has that. Mm-hmm. Come on, I'm trying to be gentle here.
Yeah, that's true. Not everyone is as fortunate.
Not everyone is as fortunate when it comes down to bodies and looks. Hair. Come on. Mm-hmm. So, and a lot of us don't have it like that either. A lot of women are looking for a come up. They're like, I won't even deal with a man that don't bring home six figures. And they are nursing assistant or a PA or whatever.
Lofty a little bit.
Lofty. They working at I don't know. They may be making 50, 60,000 and they or 50,000 or 40,000 or 80,000, but they want a man that they making 70, but they want a man that's making 6 figures. It's just so imbalanced in the way that women are thinking. And I'm just thinking, put all the money to the side. If you met the man of your dreams, literally, you would let him go because he doesn't meet your expectations financially? That's all I'm saying. Did I slay you? Did I shut you up, baby?
Because
am I making a point?
Because the last thing I got to say was, well, I guess at that point, I'm like, if he can bounce back from it, sure.
But maybe that's just because you're highly educated, baby Crone. He doesn't have it. He's just a truck driver for UPS.
You're right.
And some days he don't even work. Mm-hmm. But you like him. What do you need him for?
Someone to hang out with and
sex
share time.
And hanging out with. But he can't afford to take you to places. You would say no. He loves you. He'll drink your bath water. He'll suck your toes.
Thank you for that. But
he'll be there. Loyal. And not because you are a doctor. He's a man of pride. Because he wouldn't be with you because of that. He would be with you because he loves you. He's got integrity. He's a good man. And I think that's where the people are not receiving it. They're looking at it like, he's a bad man. No, Tyler said, a good man.
Or just not the man for me.
But why wouldn't a good man be for you?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying, I'm pleading my case.
Okay, so basically redesign your checklist. That's what I'm hearing.
No. Yes, maybe lower your expectations and maybe look at where you are, because you are what you eat.
That's
If
true.
I had money like that, I would live in money places.
Yes.
I'll be around what I am. If I lived around millionaires and I'm a million, I live around millionaires, then I'm going to be meeting what? Millionaires. But if I'm your average day sister, I'm just working at Social Security or at the post office or at some factory, or I'm a manager at a store, or I work for Neiman's Marcus. I'm a super manager there. Whatever. I know that I ain't making six figures. Maybe I am. But I know that that ain't gonna get me no millionaire.
Right.
Six figures is just what? $100,000. Talk to me now.
And that makes me it makes me think, because we did have this conversation before about the types of people that work at car dealerships. Yes, you tend to notice when you're at a higher car dealership, the
Women.
yes tends to be women, because
And
they're
at the
looking
lower level, it's men. Because I asked them that when I went to get baby Crone her car.
Yes.
And this was what, a few months ago?
Yes, it was in April.
And honestly, they wanted to date me. I wanted to date them really, really, really badly. Oh my God, I did. But he was married. He was married and had a child. And I've been in that. And no matter what, he said, I knew all of it. I just couldn't. I wouldn't want to be involved in anything like that again. I don't want to be involved. I've been involved with a married man before, but their child was grown. I couldn't do it, and I will never walk on that path again. So, but I understood. What do you think? So that's what I'm saying. They are out there. It's what your standards are.
Yes.
Some women only date men with wives.
Yeah.
Why? Because if you're dating a man and he's married, 9 times out of 10, not all the time, you and her is probably the only person he's dealing with, because that's all he can handle.
Fair.
You understand what I'm saying?
Fair. Yeah.
He's easy to get caught because he got to tend to his wife, he got to tend to you. So to put a third party in there, that's like big love.
Yes.
You understand? You think that's funny?
Yes, because at that point you might as well be a polygamist.
Right, but they are serial lovers. So you have a lot of players out there. But then you have some men that they just come up short. They got everything else just financially. Maybe they wasn't good in school and they just didn't finish, whatever, thousands of reasons. All I'm saying is I understood what Tyler Perry said. I had this conversation. I told baby Crone we won't rehearse like you said. Yes. I wanted her to be honest. And I told her my position is to crack her because, she's being Charles and I am.
Yes, being Harvey.
So Charles, Harvey, I'm trying to crack her to break her down, and I think I cracked her a little bit.
A little bit.
And I hope
Had a little heart.
I hope that I cracked you too. I know that this is awful, and I know that this is the times in which we live in. When you are beautiful and young, can I put it out there?
Yes.
Whether you're dark, whether you're light, or even white, or Asian, or any of the spectrum.
Yes.
If you are beautiful and you have a nice physique and you are young, the world is your oyster.
That is very true.
When it come down to men. But even the most beautiful women age.
It's true.
You understand? And when you age, that means everything's begin to come down. Okay? So it is no way you can compete against a 20-year-old.
That's true.
It's impossible. So you have to accept that. And so as you're aging, those older men are looking for the young girls, while the younger girls are what? Looking for the older men or the married men. They're
Yes.
looking for somebody to take care of them, somebody that is wise, somebody to teach them and show them the ropes of life.
Yes.
Girl. And the young men, same
That's
thing.
kind of questionable because that just sounds like mommy daddy issues. Because why?
That's what it said, right.
Because why are you looking to somebody to teach you the way of the world? That
Why
should be
would
your
you want to be
parents.
with someone really that's 20 years older than you?
Yes.
Why would you want to be with somebody over 10 years?
Fair.
I'll say 10. And that's that's talking about music, that's talking about life, that's talking, you don't have very much in common, in my opinion. So I don't know. But back to Tyler Perry, I want to say this. I hope this conversation is an eye opener. This is how I stand. I believe in love. And love, to me, you can't buy it. It has to be authentic. And if I want to love you, I want someone to love me. He can come to me raggedy. Don't be trying to hook. Don't be coming. Don't be coming on my site saying I'm broke, busted, and disgusted.
Because you gotta be careful out there. There's a lot of single people out there like, yes, I'll take you, Lady Crone.
I'll take my Lady Crone. Every now and then I get someone. So please, no, that is not what I'm saying. I'm saying I have to connect with you. Mm-hmm. I'm not going out looking for broke, busted, and disgusted. I'm not looking for that. But I'm saying, when I'm on the look, and if I should cross that, then I would consider. I live in an area where you would probably hardly not get looked at all.
It's very true.
You just on your own where I live. You just hope.
Yes.
No matter how sexy you look sexy, you'll get a look, but look, but don't touch.
Yes.
Because most of the people are married, and I live in a very conservative.
Yes, that is true.
Old.
Yes.
Stable.
Yes.
Environment. Mm-hmm. And my environment, I don't even think we had that many children in that and where I live. In my little part.
Surprisingly not.
Because a lot of them have grew older. Children are growing up with teenagers.
Yes, because the people that lived here have been living here for decades.
Right. Very stable neighborhood.
Yes.
Quiet neighborhood. But it's quaint, quiet, snuck back in the woods somewhere.
And that's a really good neighborhood when there's not a lot of traffic, because then you really get
traffic, is quiet.
Well, like traffic as in people coming and leaving.
Okay.
Because therefore you get to A, know who's around you.
Right.
And B, it gives you a sense of security, because that just shows you. I feel like once people can start easily coming in and out of neighborhoods, that means the values go down.
That's if you could find our neighborhood. But the fact of the matter is that I understand. And so for me to go out, even if I go to the market, even if I go, it's very seldom you're going to meet, because I think it's just people coupled, married. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know what it is.
Maybe it's the mentality of...
It's the mentality of respect, or I don't know what this is where I live. But so, I don't know.
So to put it out there, Lady Crone and Baby Crone still disagree over Tyler Perry's comments.
I understand. All I'm saying is I think that maybe he overstepped when he brought it down so low. I think that there is a limit. Would I take a man that had no job? Yes. Why? It would depend on what he's offering. What he's bringing me with. Okay, what if he didn't have a job? This is my last thing. This is my last to try to convince, because I know we're hungry. What if he had no job, but he had skills with cameras? He had skills with he had skills in broadcasting and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But he can't work because of disability. And he get a disability check. I'm gonna put it, I'm making this, because they gotta have something.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so, and he's older. So let's make him 55. He got injured on his job, and he's still in recuperating, but he probably won't be able to go back. I'm just making up stuff. But he comes with something that could help me soar to the top. I would want that.
Yeah, that, yes.
See, it depends on what they come with, is all
Yes.
I'm saying.
Especially
If he
because
can
in that
turn it
way you
around.
can repay me in a sense because you're helping
But it
me.
wouldn't be about, see, that's what I'm saying. See, she said repay. See, baby Crone.
Sorry.
That's you.
Okay, I see, clearly have changed
See,
my
this is
stance.
all about money. See, I'm saying to me, this would be one of the reasons. There could be 100 or more reasons, but this is just one. And yes, it would be what he would bring to the table. Or what if I met somebody and he got injured, but he got injured and he can't work anymore. I'm just because I have to deal with the men that's in their 50s.
Right, yeah, 'cause
So
you gotta look at this realistically.
realistically, so what if that happened? I mean, I'm limited here, but let's say he could fix things on houses. He could fix what you call it, a good old contractor. Mm-hmm. He doesn't do it anymore because of his body, but I don't know. And his business not flowing the way it used to, but yeah, I could work with that. It depends on what they come with.
Yes.
And maybe they may not be able to financially match, but it's the give and the take.
Yes. Or maybe even like train or teach me, like, something new in life.
So you coming over my side? She's coming over.
I gotta think.
Or you see, this is what he was
ways
saying.
I can benefit from having a relationship with somebody that does not have the finances. Gotta make it up in some other aspect.
And that's what I'm saying. And I know that's what he is saying. He may have other things. He may love you in another way. He's good. He's loyal. Remember that this is a good man. This is what y'all overlooking. This is what I think people, and I think because being black women, we have been through so much with men, especially now when black men are going to other races, not wanting to deal with us like that, and finding fault and making fun of wigs and weaves and all of this, and finding us inferior. Sorry, the camera went out again, but anyway, let me tie this up. So what I'm saying is, you may agree or disagree, but you have two sides to look at. I do understand what you're saying. I really do. And you have a right to feel this way. But just hope that you live to be 85 or 90.
Okay.
Do you want to live, when you're older, you're young, you got the world before you. The world is your oyster. But when you start getting up like 45 years old, you have to start rethinking. When you get up to 45, things start changing. I don't care for John Brown, how well you look. They change. You understand? Mm-hmm. And it's your standard. Do you want to be a 45-year-old messing with a 23-year-old? Well, for me, no. Not for sex, not for anything. No. I shouldn't say copulation. It wouldn't be enough for me. I wouldn't trust a 20-year-old because I would feel he wouldn't be loyal, and I would feel like I'm old, and I will always wonder about, would he go with someone younger? And I done allowed myself to fall in love and catch feelings. I don't think so. One thing I don't play around with love, because it will break your heart and send you into the kingdom of madness. And I don't want to deal with it. So I will take a chance on somebody that's more closer to my age. And I think a 10-year difference is good. Because why? Because they're not old enough to be your mother. They're not old enough to be your father. You understand? And so it puts you at a difference. You're not so far apart where y'all can be helping and learning one another. You like that?
Yeah.
So I know that a lot of people are going to be in disagreement, but I hope that I put it in a way where I believe that's what Tyler Perry was saying. But as a man, they can be sloppy in the way that they say things. I truly agree with it, if I'm understanding it the way that I think that he is. Yes, if it's a good man. The operative word here is good. He's good to me. He loves me. He's not with me for what I can give him. Mm-hmm. He's not with me for that. As a matter of fact, the man that I would be with wouldn't even want to take nothing from me. It's just different You are what you eat. So the kind of man you pick is the kind of man on you. I would never, ever again pick a man that's not good for me. And I would never pick a man that's not mine. And on that, you learn that through trial and error and growing up. So remember, when you turn 45, you're facing the inevitable what? You're aging and you're growing old. And the next 5 years, you'll be 50. It's just like being 25 years old, right? You know you're facing what? 30. And if you are a female, you know in the next 5 years, you know that your ovaries and your eggs are what? Menopaused.
Yep.
So this is no joke. And I know we get mad and we don't understand. We living in a new time. It's a new time. It's a new day. And start feeling good.
Yeah, okay.
Mwah. Sunflowers, have a wonderful, wonderful, what we call it? Back to Life Monday. Mwah. Sunflowers.